What's up? Welcome back. We got Robert's C6 Corvette here. This thing is the real deal as far as like still kind of a factory race car. So it's LS base, Vissner headed, small block, and this is a naturally aspirated stick shift car. You got the big super pro stock hood. This dude is all about naturally aspirated and really stick shift. This car is super sweet. We got a lean to it because the tire busted on transport. He came from Dallas to Shreveport to get some headers custom built. And these Vissner heads have a unique design. They're not like the standard LS pattern, but this is a looks like maybe a Dart aluminum block. I don't really know, but these heads are nuts. And it's got, full coolant system, dry sump, and it's got like super carbon fiber everywhere. The car is crazy, and it's got the lightweight Dominator ECU. This car has already been 830s on the motor with a stick shift with a conventional LS headed LS in it. And this motor right here is supposed to be a pretty substantial upgrade from that. So we got hired to build some custom headers, some 321 stainless, and they're going to be stepped 7 inches, 7 inches, 7 inches. It's going to be 2 1/4 primary, 7 inches, 2 1/8 primary, 7 inches, then 2-inch primary, 7 inches, into a, I don't know if this is, Burns stainless collector. So we're going to run this right out the fender. We're gonna let it stick out about like that. He's got some trim rings on the way right now. They'll be here tomorrow, I think. So we have to run 21-inch long primaries, and this back primary and the one next to it is probably gonna get pretty wicked looking because we want to still be able to change the spark plugs. And the spark plugs are like this far down in the head because the spark plug still needs to be in the combustion chamber, but the head is so much larger. So we gotta be here, and it's really only gonna be like it could be like a 12-inch run from that back primary to here, but we actually have to add 11 inches to it so they're all equal length. So that's the deal with the naturally aspirated guys, which I've done this before for a few other customers, and it's equal length, stepped headers, yada yada. It's just a big naturally aspirated thing. So I'm familiar with it. And anyway, I'm gonna get started on getting the holes cut in the fender. I think I'm not positive if I'm gonna start with that, because I might start with getting the primaries going, and then kind of seeing how it's going to lay so I can get the hole in the right angle. So I'm going to put you on time lapse and we'll go from there.
Kinda shimmy with his go-kart nose job. Gotta have a corn cob sitting on side curb, boo-hoo, sob. This day, that day, every day the same day, every day the same day. Can't be, no way. He woke up one morning, and what did he see? He saw a blind man trying to spit on me. Try it, don't ever ask me why.
Got this one all built and welded up. It's pretty crazy looking, trying to get all the equal steps. Supposed to be, whew, that one's still hot. 7 inches of 2 inch, 7 inches of 2 1/8, and 7 inches of 2 1/4. So trying to get everything to length, you gotta kind of move and twist and bend, but turned out all right for what we have to do. Doing stepped headers and equal length headers, you normally got to get kind of creative and maybe add some length sometimes, or try to get the fastest, shortest routes. Like this had to be out of the fender. This is the very front one, so geometrically, mathematically, this was supposed to be a certain length, but all of them had to be just a hair bit longer because it just physically wouldn't reach out the side of the car. With this one, it ended up being just a little bit longer than 21 inches, what it was supposed to be. But, so we tried to make all the other ones a little bit longer as well. So I'm trying to stick this on the car, make sure it still fits. And the idea when you're building headers is kind of get all your material out, separate it 50-50 to try to make sure you don't have to order more material. You want to use, split up what you have, that way you don't have to order more material, because sometimes you can get by with what you have. You know what, I'm gonna let this thing cool down because it is kind of toasty still. So I'm gonna let that cool down for a second, but basically feels like it still fits. It kind of, you can shake it around, doesn't too much hit anything, and for the most part looks like it still comes out of the fender where I cut the hole, which is good. Maybe it's actually needs to be, the fender might have to be trimmed a little bit. Man, I don't know what something just changed, but oh, maybe we were inside the fender a little bit, but looking like I'm gonna have to trim the fender hole that way a tad, which is fine. That's what they make trim rings for. Yeah, that'd be good. So we still have a lot we can go that way. You can make big mistakes with. Robert is such a lightweight type guy. He even got 1-layer carbon fiber trim rings, which is pretty cool. So what I still have to do to this header is EGT bongs, O2 sensors, and the springs to hold the collectors on. So, which we have to figure out exactly where there's tons of room for the springs, and the the O2 bung, there's not many places to put it, so we're gonna have to put it right there. And all the EGT sensors gotta go on the bottom, so that ain't no big deal. I'm fixing to go eat lunch. I'm gonna come back out here, trying not to scratch this dadgum valve cover up. When I come back out, I'm gonna do the O2 bung, EGTs, and the springs, and this side will be all the way done. It's Thursday. I was supposed to start on it Monday. I had to finish Leon's car Monday, so I got a day late start on it. So I really worked on it Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's going to be half the day Thursday, so 2.5 days for a header, which I only have about 8 hours into it, 10 hours into it. 'Cause I just don't work a lot throughout the week. But it really could have been about a 3-day job on these headers. The first one was kind of tough, trying to figure it out, but I kind of got an idea. This side should go a lot easier. So this thing's turning out sick. Just got the carbon fiber trim ring on. It's looking pretty good. Went ahead and welded the clips on. You got 2 springs down here, 2 springs up here. Got the O2 sensor in, and down under here I got all the EGT sensors in. I had to put them down low because this one especially was going to be the main problem. Trying to have a EGT sensor coming up out of the top was going to be a problem on that side. So, but about double the labor into it right now that I was expecting. Not really, maybe 50%. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this one. Jumped way ahead, didn't do a lot of filming, just trying to get this project done, you know, wrapped up. But this is the driver's side. Got all the springs in, got all the EGT bungs in. This header is done, and we are going to take it over here, put it on the car. And all I have left to do is put the trim ring on this side, because I've already put this side all the way done and together. Trim ring's on. I got the front end off a little bit because this side is so much tighter. But I'm gonna stick this side in, get it all bolted up, get the trim ring done, and then I still have to do a carbon fiber belly pan. I'm gonna probably do that either Sunday or Monday. He's coming Monday at some point in the evening, I think, to pick the car up. So this is done, except for the trim ring. And then I gotta jack it up, get it ready for the belly pan.
Knob-knee jacket, chin-grown toenail, breast-ache, hairy face, 1 foot right tail, hobnob, no job, corncob junkie. Dropped out of high school, then became a flunky. I met this man, he had an honest face. He stole my wolf, used to ruin my base. I started to think, and then I realized you learn a lot from a man who has red eyes. Dry, yeah, dry. Don't ever ask me why. Ask why. Why do you ask me why? Blind, so blind. Blinded both eyes.
Belly pan all Zeused in. Seems like it's pretty good. Looks pretty slick in there. The only thing I had to notch was this. It looks like it's gonna self-clearance itself a little bit more. But man, that looks sweet. Got the oil supply line going into the block there. You got all your other oil lines for your dry sump down there. Turned out pretty sweet. Oh yeah, that's nice. Robert's about to be here to pick up his Corvette. He's on his way from Dallas right now. He'll be here in about 20 minutes. Headers are done, belly pan's done. That's all we got hired to do. So that's gonna be it for this video, and hope you enjoyed it. Got this super sick triple step, equal length header setup we did. Little 1 week project for me, no big deal. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe, all that other stuff. See you next time.